Hey guys, this was a big week for Arsenal. Firstly, let's get the big news out of the way. Arsenal launched the NPC jacket, inspired by the NPC himself. We all made fun of the legend for wearing the same outfit to every game. We made so much fun of him that he has his own trademark Arsenal clothing line now. That begs the question, who are the real NPCs now? There's something special about Arsenal fans that wear the same outfit to every game. Now that we got the big news out of the way, let's talk about Arsenal's performance in the Champions League this week. Now, the day before the game, there was a video circulating online of Arteta playing samba music in training. He said it was for team spirit, but I know it wasn't for team spirit. It was for Martinelli's Brazilian spirit. And it worked. He was moving different against Dynamo Zagreb. He was actually taking on players, getting past them, and getting good crosses in for once. It's like he finally remembered he's Brazilian. Another player who needed a good performance was Havertz. He didn't have one. But he got a goal, which is a big W for him considering all the criticism he's received. There was also a debut. What the hell? There was also a debut for Nathan. Bruh. There was also a debut for Nathan Butler Oyedeji, who's breaking records already. He became the first player to make a Champions League debut and not touch the ball. Arteta brought him on in the last 30 seconds. You can't keep getting away with this shit. Overall, it was a boring game, and I may have switched to the Man City PSG game in the 72nd minute. I love Arsenal, but come on, that game was a cracker. Anyways, Arsenal progressed to the last 16, which means that their Dubai training camp is pretty much confirmed for next month. Now, when I say Arsenal and Dubai, what does that remind you of? Well, Ben White obviously, but also Arsenal went on this Dubai training camp last year, and when they came back, they won 10 straight games in a row. Before it, they were struggling for form. So, I'll come to the Wolves game in a second, but between the Zagreb game and the Wolves game, there was a 4-day gap, which meant a lot of transfer news came out about Arsenal. In an interview, Arteta basically pleaded for new signings, because he mentioned Gabriel Jesus being out and Saka being out, two of our most important forwards. There were links with Cunha as well, who agreed to sign a new Wolves contract at the start of this month, but apparently wants to join Arsenal now. This is actually a reliable source as well. Team News and Ticks. If you know, you know. Well, if that's true, that explains his performance against us over the weekend. He didn't want to hurt his new team. Benjamin Šeško was also linked with Arsenal this week by many in-the-know accounts on Twitter which claim to have inside information. There definitely has to be some interest from Arsenal because he's the exact type of player they need. A young, proven goal scorer. Or at least, that's what I think. Arsenal's greatest goal scorer has a different opinion. Talking about Arsenal's lack of a great number 9, he said that the main issue is not creating enough chances because the team is efficient when it comes to scoring based on the number of chances we get. Which is a fair point. I mean, it's Henry, so I have to agree. Coming to the Wolves game, we got the 3 points, but the biggest talking point was the referee again. I'll come to the red card in a second, but before that, we had at least 3 chances which we should have scored. Havertz again missed like 3 chances. He's had a difficult time lately, so I let it slide. We need to support this guy because he's a confidence player. When he's not confident, he becomes Olivier Giroud 2.0. Anyway, it's fine because we were still in control of the game at this point. And then Wolves get a counter-attack, which Miles Lewis-Skelly stops by committing a tactical foul. Everyone thinks it's going to be a yellow. Even the commentator on my stream, on my registered licensed TV channel I was watching, said it's a smart tactical foul. Everyone except the only person making the decision, Michael Oliver. Change this guy's name to Michael Olin Novar because he didn't even go to the screen to review his mistake. At this point, I was fearing the worst because I'd seen this story many times and it doesn't end well for Arsenal. But credit to the lads, they kept going and they brought the game to Wolves playing offensively rather than going into their shell. There was justice in the second half as well, with a Wolves player getting sent off. Also, why was this only a second yellow but Miles Lewis-Skelly's tackle was a straight red? This Michael Oliver. No more talking about him because my mom watches these videos. At this point, we have momentum and belief, and we showed it by scoring just a few minutes later. Calafiori scored a beautiful half volley with great technique, especially for a defender. I liked his celebration too. I don't know why he always runs to the bench, but I rate it. 3 points and we're still in the title race. Next up, Man City though. I have a feeling this is going to be a banger of a game, based on everything which happened last time out. We have to make a statement to the rest of the league here and get revenge. Most importantly though, we gotta stay humble.